You wait till you see
You
them.
should fucking sell those.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's worth £1,000 to buy something ready made like that.
Are we behind the
And
curtain
rest.
now? Right.
Probably.
Hi guys, and welcome to the final new
They've
Ohm
always
Show.
loved this bit behind the curtain.
If you really like Behind the Curtain, well, try the On Topic podcast, because it's basically this shit.
Ooh, once you've sent the link to everyone,
45
John,
minutes.
copy the link tree and keep spamming it in chat.
Yeah, I'm going to get reported by our own fucking bot by going, you keep spamming shit, stop spamming stuff.
Ooh, we should make some people spanners.
Whoa, don't over spanner.
Why? Channel's dead.
You're going to leave the channel up, aren't you? So people can watch old shows for a week or so.
Maybe.
I'm going to go find the link.
Don't take it down.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. No plans to get rid of it. I suppose.
Yeah, leave it there, mate.
Anyway, they say they can hear us.
Oh, can they?
I haven't even got the chat open. I can't work it. I'll do it.
I'm going to just quickly spam the chat. There we go. Spam it wide. Oh, look, it's a live one as well. You can hit that. oh, shall I go through who we've got in chat? There seems to be, it's a chat full today. They're all in.
It's chatty.
They're all in to watch the death.
Mick.
I've got. I'm going to do some Vim. Paul Hughes, Andy Fairchild, Bob Clarkson, Scotty Bob
Clarkster.
Gareth Martin, Stuart Drummond, the Drummonster, Jimmy Parker's in.
Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy Parkston. Russell Blair, that is Tony Blair's son. Mick Lizard.
Dino's in. Fucking hell, mate.
Tony Parkinson. Johan. He's in. John Norris, the man. Murray Robertson is in.
Muzdog.
Oh, Dion78's in. Let's go.
Let's go.
I can't get the chat open. It breaks
Don't worry about it. It won't be required, will it?
What's that one now? Just go silent for this bit.
Hey, welcome
Yes!
to the last ever. You heard that right. Last ever new Ohm Show. Welcome.
Wow.
Hawsey's here. Flatcap's here. Last show. Yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming to watch, and thank you for all these years of support. It's been great. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Hey!
No, okay. Yeah, we're gonna get some. Rick's here. Rick.
I'm here.
And John's here.
I was here at the start. I've got to be here at the end tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some more people coming.
Craig might show up. We think he's pressed his button that he wears around his neck. So if the carer gets him, they'll find him, put him on.
He might be a bit tied up in a really engrossing game of chess with online or something.
Yeah, he was having computer problems as well, wasn't
He works in computers.
he? No, this is a popular mistake that people make.
He writes code.
Software engineers, it's like asking Lewis Hamilton to change your oil.
Okay.
Just because you can drive it, don't mean you can build it.
Fair enough.
Although Lewis Hamilton probably could change your oil because
He's such a little cunt. There you go. Not the word out before.
C-bomb.
3 minutes in. C-bomb.
Hi to Flatcap in chat. Great to see you, Dino. Now
Keith Morgan's in. Yeah,
Absolute
Dino.
legend.
That's
I missed
amazing.
it, I missed it.
Murray, Scotty, Mark Todd's in there.
Patrick Pyle.
Hello, everybody. So we should send the link to people. John.
Oh, okay. I've got it.
Oh, we get some more people up in here.
Okay. What you, Rick? What you vaping? What you drinking? What'd you have for dinner?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm vaping on a squonker.
What?
A little squonking mod. Remember them?
No.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a squon card dripping
That's
it.
the way to vape, isn't they? That's not a squonker, that's a pulse.
That Tony B, huh?
Good job. Yeah, so yeah, vaping on my usual thing that's it delivers vapor into my mouth. I inhale it and I blow it out and I get my nicotine I need. So that's great. Really works.
Perfect. Gary
Sounds
Dibbs
alright,
is
yeah.
in. Kevin Watts. They're all telling us
Dibbly
tonight.
dobbly.
I'm drinking currently John's favourite, the Dead Pony Club. just for John. I'm going to have one.
Cracking drink.
It's not the worst one they do.
I like it because it's a
close.
session. I can drink
It's a sesh, innit?
I just can't be arsed with them.
For tea, I've got to thank Richard really for tea.
Yes, Uncle Ben's.
Well, yeah. Because I never really ever had Uncle Ben's rice before.
What are you doing?
So we had Uncle Ben's rice tonight with some homemade chicken goujons and some curry sauce. So it's sort of like a katsu curry with some savoury rice.
Did you make the katsu curry yourself?
Yeah, you can buy these tubs of...
No. Did you make it?
Yes.
No, do you mean that shit, that like gun stuff you add water to?
Yeah, in the saucepan, yeah.
Fucking hell, katsu curry's so fucking easy. Don't do
It's
that.
like Chinese curry sauce, which I like.
Such a food snob, John.
No. You like they're fucking idiots. That's mad.
I like Chinese curry sauce.
Yeah, but you just sweat down some carrots and onion, a bit of celery, and some curry powder.
Got the tablespoons of this stuff in, add some water and stir it around for a bit. And you got it. Job done.
No.
Was it what was the name of the sauce?
Dog shit.
It's
From my bin.
Chinese curry sauce.
Is it Mary something? Oh, I don't know.
Are you thinking
it's
of
from the Asian shop?
Are you thinking of Mary?
Oh, it's proper.
Rose?
It's proper, John.
No, it's not.
It's proper, John. That's how they do it in China.
The proper stuff you'd get in the Chinese if you got curry sauce.
That sounds amazing, right?
It is, yeah. We had that with some rice and it's spot on, yeah.
Spot on. What sort of rice?
We actually, I thought I'd try something.
You can get katsu, right?
We're a Mexican rice.
The only trouble is with going to
fusion. Nice.
the only problem with going to a Chinese shop and buying Chinese curry sauce to put on katsu curry is that katsu is Japanese. So that'll be the only thing.
Fusion, John. Fusion.
Quite similar.
What fusion's that?
It's quite similar, John. You can't say that Chinese curry sauce is very similar to katsu curry and Wagamama.
They're both shit. That doesn't count. I said my level isn't Wagamama.
Like katsu curry in Wagamamas. So.
That's not my fault. That's a lack of education. That's the state schools problem.
We sometimes have it when we buy fish and chips as well. A bit of curry sauce. It's great.
Oh, that's fine. That's not the same thing. That's all right. You can have that.
Bit of a cheats dinner, but I've been busy in the garden, and Annie's been busy in the garden this afternoon. So.
Hey, it sounds good. That
I
right?
had a macaroni cheese ready meal.
That sounds shit.
I got nothing. I agree. It is shit. It was horrible as well.
But yeah, I've got to thank you for that, really, Richard, because you introduced me really to Uncle Ben's rice all those years ago.
Yeah. They've never reached out, despite all my good work.
Well, we had the savoury chicken one because I thought I'd try something different, and it went very well with the chicken goujons and the curry sauce. So
Nice blend. Nice blending.
What was it? Just regular rice? Was it just white rice?
Oh, Uncle Ben's savoury chicken.
Oh my fucking god!
yeah, but we only had it because that's what we had. I would have been a Mexican rice, but that's what we usually have. But...
You have Mexican rice with katsu.
No,
of course you do.
Boil some rice up normally, but we had it. It's quick in the microwave, couple of minutes, job done. Yeah, and it's all right.
If you need me to pop round, John, with a selection of Uncle Ben's.
You don't need to do it on the camera. Look. No need to pop round. It's the feeling you get. That one. Now go on.
Because you obviously don't know how to blend your meals with your Uncle Ben's.
Yeah, that's what you.
I used Uncle Ben's. I used some Mexican rice.
2.5 minutes as well, not 2 minutes like it says on the packet.
How you doing, boys?
PvP.
All right.
All right.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the last ever new Ohm Show.
Thank you for sending a link. Appreciate it.
No worries.
That's okay. We saw you at the weekend.
We've got to get John on this Uncle Ben's tip because you're missing out, mate.
Shut up. They're talking about their shitty cooking. Don't engage.
Fusion mixing with rice, and he's got some great ideas.
I tell you what, Mark, it's the hot topic. We need to talk about it.
We need to do it on
And you were there. How was your expo?
Yeah. What?
How was your expo, Mark?
Oh God.
I thought there was a satellite delay for a second. I was like,
Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking miles away. No, it was all right. It was all right. Listen, the social aspect, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, having a drink with friends and stuff like that, seeing everyone. But the expo itself, definitely, mate, could be the last we see for a while, I think.
Yeah, I'm wondering with a lot of the Chinese companies that were supposed to go pulled out because they were in lockdown. I wonder if that might sort of trick them into giving it one more go.
They've booked the return, haven't they? They've got it booked.
Yeah, the date's in apparently.
Possibly, but even some of the bigger stands like Geek Vape, they were basically just promoting Geek Bar, which.
Yeah. There were very few. There were very few sort of hobbyist rebuildable places or anything like that. But it's just the way it's gone, isn't it? Really, that's it. To be honest, it was exactly what I expected it to be.
Me too.
Yeah, not me. Like I said to you guys, I knew it was going to be disposable heavy and pod heavy. I knew that, but just the sheer amounts. We're talking 90+%, which I didn't think. I was thinking like maybe 60, 70 at most. But it was abysmal, to be fair.
I tell you what, there wasn't even like one completely legitimate reason to go to an expo previously was if you were in the market to find some new juice.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Witherspoon.
No, if you wanted to if you were bored of your juices and you wanted to just try a bunch of juices and maybe find a new line you're into, that was a good reason to go to Expo. Mm. But there wasn't even that.
No, I mean
there wasn't even juice
stands.
stands.
Little juice stands as well, which I was gobsmacked about because I like tasting new juices. I do. I won't go around and taste them all because back in the day there used to be fucking hundreds of them. But yeah, there was just so few.
We used to slag jam off for being juice heavy.
Yeah, it's all juice. Yeah.
Because there's still loads of money in juice.
They killed for some juice this week.
I know, mad. Yeah, so that it wasn't well attended. There's no getting around that. Even at peak mid-afternoon Saturday,
dead.
It was like B2B day 4 years ago.
Yeah,
3,000, 2,000, something like that.
You're all moaning, but I got lucky. I went on a date with this little Yorkshire fella in the evening. Lovely. Went out.
I tell you what, it's a shame we've only just figured out how to actually do Expo on the last one.
Yeah.
Because staying in Solihull instead of at the Expo was way better.
You were still getting over it the next morning when you woke up. When we went to breakfast, you were like, "Fucking, why the fuck did we
an Expo where I didn't need one taxi."
No, and I got one cab out from there to the international train station, £5 on Bolt from Solihull to Birmingham.
Yeah, that is the way to do it. It's sleep where you're drinking, not where you're going in the day.
That was good. I did have the ring of fire the next day from having that curry, but apart from that,
it was spicy, wasn't it?
The usual Indian in Solihull.
No, we went to try to do one that did.
It was craft beer and an Indian fusion, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking loud in there.
In Birmingham Centre, not the one we went to the other time.
No, Solihull Centre.
No, Solihull. Yeah, we hung out in the Premier bin in the morning, had breakfast. Fuck me, that's getting worse. But
well, I think you ought to do an on topic on hotel breakfasts personally.
What's on topic? What's this?
Well, it's this new podcast I've heard a couple of these quite.
I was just thinking I was going to put a suggestion in. I saw the suggestion thing, maybe do craft beer snobs.
I don't mind doing beer one time. That's fine.
Yeah, we could do beer. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll save that for when the numbers
I got into it, but
slip.
that's actually quite a good little mesh because prior to this show, say when we were doing the first show, I was probably drinking. I probably had Guinness. I probably had Canter Guinness, which was 6 years ago. I was probably drinking Guinness, and then through other people showing shots of stuff, and especially Rick, drinking crafty beers probably got me into it.
We saw on the show the birth of IPA, really, didn't we? The revolution of IPA in that time,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it's gone on so long there's all these things just trends appeared, didn't they?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, Brewdog and everything, all while we were just
when they were small. They had
about
3 different flavours, and then they sold out, didn't they? And now you can get a million different types of IPA in the supermarkets.
Yeah, I used to drink punk all the time on the show, but stopped doing it. But
half of them taste the same. I think I find a lot of them are like punk clones.
Yeah, I think they only have 4 base flavours, and then it's just whatever.
Well, it's the hops, isn't it? It's as long as you know
things they put in.
You almost, but it's like coffee. I always think you're better off finding the bean you like, not the make, and then you can just find the bean. And it's the same with the IPAs and stuff. If you like a Citra hop or a Mosaic hop, then you'll be banging if you try it.
I still like Brewdog. So
yeah,
it's still good. It's just everywhere.
I struggle to drink it now because I stopped drinking it. I used to drink it a lot, and I've moved on to Carling. Don't ask me why. But I've had 4 or 5 Brewdogs now. I'm shit faced. It's quite strong as well.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's quite strong.
I
Yeah.
used to drink the strong ones, and now I'm more of a session person.
Yeah, I do like a session one, Rick. Yeah.
I'm on a 6.3 at the moment.
That's what I used to now. But...
I'm still. I'm trying
Oh,
to
I
keep
tell you one
myself.
thing we should tell people, vape related.
Oh, go for it.
We did check out that Iniken pod with water in it.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, the H2O thing, whatever it was.
Yeah, because we tried that. Well, we talked about that on the show and we were a bit bemused. There wasn't much info. But we actually went and saw Dimitri and Phil and had a little go on the water pods. They were all right.
Yeah, I wasn't. It didn't give it. It didn't give it a stronger hit. It tastes like 20 milligram Nick salt. That's what it tastes like.
It's just steam though, instead of vapor.
No, it's a tiny bit. I want to see the total chemical breakdown because I'm dubious.
Yeah, there's a bit of water in it, basically. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it was tastier, I wouldn't say it was smoother, I wouldn't say it was better hit, or anything that their marketing might say. It is a perfectly acceptable pod vape.
Yeah, the flavour's fine.
And I guess the one thing they could say, legitimately, is from a medical standpoint, that if 30% of that is water, I mean, it's definitely 30% that's of no harm at all.
Yeah, but it's never been zero. Let me just get everybody who's watching
Yeah,
this
no,
and vape
it's a liquid, so there's got to be some.
Well, PG, 100, what we call 100% PG is I can't remember what's called aqua. It's got water in it, so there's no way. VG's always had water in it. It's not. That is just your 100% VG for us isn't anyway. So
what would be interesting is if they do away with VG and PG and just have water and a flavour.
Yeah, but they can't. But that's why I'm suspicious on how it works. I just want to know. I want a complete breakdown.
They sort of did say that, to be fair, they just needed something to stand out because they were slightly too late to the disposable game. The other good thing about the water pods from Iniken are they have gone out of the way to make it as recyclable as possible.
No,
So
that wasn't the water one.
They haven't, though, have they?
That wasn't the water one. That was the
Was
one.
that another one?
That was the one behind us. That
Any of the disposals, you can never say.
no, it's really good. Dimitri and Phil have been working on a disposable pod that comes apart entirely, and
Yeah, you can
the
take it
lithium
all
battery-
apart.
Yeah, it's totally recyclable. Apart from I think the tip, but that can be
Just-
recycled as plastic, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's plastic and the tubing. It's just that tiny little bit of battery that has to go in the bin.
My point is, there's no way any disposable pod can ever say anything about recycling or being green or anything, because they could put a 10 cent a charger board in there and people could reuse it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I think the one that we're talking about had a rechargeable. I think it did have a board on it, so I can't remember, but it wasn't the aqua thing.
They've sort of said their next thing is they want a very clear step-up path to get people to pinch some disposable customers, but immediately get them on a slightly upgraded one that isn't disposable.
Because Phil's feeling was, and I think he's right, that the disposable boom is just another boom that'll ride out, come back, right, like same as they all do. Where we got Squonky and stuff. Mark's going, no.
I can't see it, John. I really can't. I mean, we spoke about this. A lot of us have spoken about this before. Had disposables been around 10 years ago when I first started vaping,
John, check your phone.
would I have moved up to the hobbyist side, to the more rebuildable, biggest? I don't think I would, to be honest.
No, if they'd have had these, I'd have never checked to forum because I'd have been happy enough with them.
Yeah, exactly.
They were so crap, the disposables originally, weren't they? You didn't.
Yeah.
So,
You tried an Ego T and you went, it almost works. I've got to find out how to do this. And you immediately went on the forums, you got immersed.
Or you'd have the original Pro Tank and it'd drive it like shit.
I think because I'm a tight bastard, I think I would have found a way. If I'd have seen, if disposables had been the start, I think Bono would have still come up with some stuff, and I still think we would have ended up, a bastardised version of where we are. But I went looking because I'm a tight bastard and didn't want to keep buying pods and stuff. And the reason I still vape now, basically, is because of people like Mark Todd and Scott Bonner that I found on YouTube. And the weirdest thing for me is in the town that I lived in at the time, I think 2 people vaped. That was it.
Yeah, I still remember. Never seeing anyone else at Vape.
Yeah, I remember explaining it.
And if you did, you were proper rubbernecking, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
What's that?
That's why I remember the forums back then, weren't we? That's the place you could actually chat to anyone.
Everyone was fucking horrible to me on UK Vapors, so I didn't like it. Because I just say, I don't know what I'm on about. People are like, you don't know what he's fucking talking about. I know that. That's what I fucking said. But what was quite fun was, I remember we could vape in every single pub because it was just you, and the barman had never seen it before. I'd say, oh, it's not smoke, it's this, and they'd go, oh, all right, mate, do it, and you'd go, and he'd go, and that's legal, and you go, yeah, it's not illegal, and they'd go, yeah, mate, knock yourself out. And I vaped in every pub I went in because I was the fucking one in charge, not the press and not bell ends, because I was the one conveying how it worked. So it was fine.
Funny old days, weren't they? It was good.
I explained it at airport. I've done it all around. Explained it at airports. I remember a Vietnamese policeman approaching me in. I can't remember where that was. Was it Ho Chi Minh or I think it might have been. He walked over and it was illegal. They said, and he walked over and he just went. I thought, oh, fuck, I'm dead. I'm gonna get nicked. And he went, do that again. And blew out some paper. And he was like, fucking amazing. And there's no smoke. I was like, no, it's just like steam, like. And he was going, that's so cool. Do it again. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because we were
It's mad that even now it's taboo in some countries, though.
Illegal. Well, they've just made it illegal in Mexico, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
Okay, now.
Thailand has become they think they might change soon, but Thailand's illegal. Cambodia's illegal, but put 5 in your pocket. It's not illegal anymore, but that's saying everything in Cambodia.
Yeah.
It's a sad world. Philippines. Is it legal in the Philippines? Or have they rescind that? I don't know.
It's huge in the Philippines, though, isn't it?
Well, selling it, export's not the same. They're not asked about export. They are asked about people doing it. India's a big problem as well now.
Smoking, man. That's what they want.
Mm-hmm. More money.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourite experiences in fuck me. Somebody just sent me invalid meeting ID.
Ooh. You probably copied and pasted the thing.
Yeah, the one you sent, John, was wrong.
Oh, it's not fucking me then.
Well, yeah, it is though, isn't it?
No, because I just fucking forwarded your. Oh, bollocks!
You can't do it.
Doing this, John.
No, I didn't do it. You know what I did? So sorry. I know what I did. I sent the one for the podcast earlier.
That's not going to work.
No, that won't work. That will not work. Right, that's it. That's the right one coming over. Right. Okay. What do you mean cut and paste it? What do you think if I was doing it wrong? I was just picking up the wrong one.
It's because Facebook Messenger puts a weird additional stuff on the link, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's always worked. That's how I followed it. It's how I hit.
No, you clicked it though. That's different.
I had to. What was it?
Don't worry, John. It's the last show. You can't fuck it up anymore.
It's true. When I was in India, I got pulled out of the check-in line because they said they found batteries in my thing, and I was like, "No, I fucking didn't." And I had to pay them off by saying I would give them a good Facebook review, and they were like, "Don't worry about it, fuck off." Jimmy!
Hey, Jimmy!
Jimmy's got the best T-shirt ever on. That's me and Jimmy in Big Dan's.
I remember
Big
that
Dan's T-shirt.
I remember that T-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Outside Witherspoons at Expo Birmingham.
Evening, gents.
How the devil are you?
You've really kitted out the back of that lorry, mate. Looks
I'm not at work
amazing.
this week, man.
You got the week off, have you?
Well, it was going to be a short week anyway, and there's just very few containers coming in because of China. So,
You said China like Trump
size
then.
it now,
It's
isn't
quite
it?
scary. Yeah, China.
What, David?
yeah, so because it's slow in China because of obviously all the COVID restrictions, as you were saying about the Expo, there's just so few containers coming through that I thought I'll have a week off with the kids.
Hello,
Very
David.
nice.
Hello.
How the
Hey,
fuck are you?
David.
It's weird because normally we haven't seen Jimmy and David for ages, but we saw them both at the weekend.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
I feel like I saw David with his video of the walk round.
yeah. Did you get motion sick from it?
No, but you couldn't hear a fucking thing.
No.
Got excitement at seeing all the pods that they've got for sale.
Because weren't you were narrating it, weren't you? But you could barely hear the narration.
Yeah, and I realised afterwards, as soon as I started to press record, I started talking quietly because I suddenly got very self-conscious. I thought, no one's going to hear this.
The master stroke is this, right? Whenever you do that, because I've done that a lot in vaping, you listen back to it, realise it's a load of wank, so then cut the sound, mute the video, and then add the audio afterwards, like you've got a really good mic, and go like, oh, we're just going to go around the corner here. Oh, there's Geek Vape or whatever, and then let go, and everybody's like, "Fucking hell, it's crisp." But you
just pretend. You just pretend you're FaceTiming someone.
That's what
is that what you do?
And then
I'm rubbish at doing those videos.
This is why I don't vlog. I get too self-conscious, man.
Yeah, I did an Expo vlog once, and it went really well, but it's so much work.
I remember you doing it.
Fuck this. Yeah.
Yeah. That was like.
It's kind of spoiling the trip.
Well, that was like your first Expo, I think. That was like it was the first time I met you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You knew
I think the only thing I've ever vlogged, I vlogged the very first Vape Collective, 2016, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I vlogged that when Damien Moore was there on stage singing, and because it was such a small thing, I felt like such a pleb.
Oh, that was the one with Damon Fairhurst. Fucking hell, yeah. I didn't go. Yeah,
we had the same time as something else.
No, we had an argument with him. We had an argument with Damon like 2 weeks before.
I went.
Did you?
Yeah, it was really local to me.
Dirty bastard. One of the chairmen of the show was a fucking racist of that show, and so I said, I'm not promoting it if you keep him on the board. And they went, oh, well, we won't. And then they took a picture at a board meeting, and he was in the background. I was like, that's done. That's it.
It's a nice idea, but it just didn't have enough
so many
behind it. Not enough stalls and all that sort of stuff.
That could have been good. Doncaster, yeah.
It's a bit late. I mean, Vape Fest was the best, really, of the independent ones, wasn't it? I mean, and even that got to nothing by the end, you know.
Did you ever go to Vape Fest, Mark?
Did once, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Once. Quite some time ago. I think it was the first or second one.
Oh, I think I was trying to think how many vape events I've been drunk at, but the one I've ever been the drunkest at is that. Oh no, our own vape event when everybody brought me a pint, and then I did the raffle and pissed, basically held up my table. That was the other one.
You got pissed?
But normally, when people normally say that I'm drunk, I'm not. Like, we've done the show. This is show number. Did I work it out the other week? It's 500 or something for me. 400, 500 something. No, it's not. Fucking hell. I mean, 6 years we've been doing this. I've never been pissed. And the amount of people who were like, "Can you even remember what happened last night?" That's 3 beers. Nothing. I'm fine.
Jimmy and Dave, would you go to another Expo?
Go on, Jimmy.
Yeah, I would. Purely because you look at all the fact that it was the disposable pods this time, but last time it was all CBD. You couldn't move for CBD. How many CBD stalls did you actually see at this year's Expo?
Yeah, that's true.
So they've got their own Expo now, haven't they? CBD. So
there was 2, I think, at Expo out of 160 vendors.
Yeah, I tried one. It was weird. Nothing happened.
It was just like vaping, but nothing happened.
Wasn't Vape Jam supposed to be when they said the next event was going to be half and half? CBD?
Yeah, they split it in half. Yeah.
Yeah, CBD.
Which isn't a terrible way of doing it.
That was the one that got cancelled, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, COVID.
That was COVID. Yeah. And to be fair, they'd sold no fucking. They'd sold no spaces anyway.
And they gave away the building as a hospital as well.
But
anyway, what do you want to talk about?
So the thing is, going back to your question, I think.
You think it's a fad, mate?
I think there's so many people that are going to have gone there that do wholesale disposables and also hardware. They've got to see it and go, do you know what? If we'd have brought some hardware, we'd have sold stuff. And I got your point, Rick, about afterwards, about it being business to business. And you don't normally go to an expo to buy stuff. But if one wholesaler had gone and took hardware, they'd have cleaned up.
Yeah. I just don't know that there's hardly any left, is there? I mean, you got Evolution, they're still going, aren't they? But everyone's closed down, you know.
ESIG one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trouble is when there is hardware there, apart from the Evolution booth, which they weren't there this time, they've normally got the biggest stand there.
Yeah,
they do discounts, but a lot of like Steam Crave and stuff like that, they're selling stuff at RRP, which I think is ridiculous at an expo, to be honest.
But I'll be perfectly honest with you, even if it was RRP, there was that many people walking around with hands.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, Jim.
They could have sold it at RRP. As long as they took the right stuff, they could have sold it. But
I just always thought, you go into an expo to maybe get a couple of bargains, especially hardware wise. If you're getting 20, 30 quid off, you're laughing, aren't you? But
yeah,
you don't even get that anymore.
I think RRP's been going on since like after about year 2. Then everything's been RRP.
I don't know. Like say Evolution, normally you go B2B day, you can pick up some real bargains.
B2B day, yeah, absolutely.
Odd bargain. At the last expo that was going, this was bought at much reduced price.
Oh, okay.
Not by me, by Dave.
Yeah.
I'll make you sick. I went to the Yeehee stand and they gave me one of those, and a couple of the brand new boards that they brought out, which is quite cool.
Yeah, but you're a big name in the vaping industry. I'm just a punter.
Not anymore, but I was.
You still are.
He sucked them all off. That's what it was.
I dropped Rick's name at Vape Expo, and it was fine.
Did you get something?
One of the guys from Prohibition Vapes. He was the mixologist for a couple of juice ranges, and
yeah, I know them. That's your way. That's Rick's way.
And he was like, he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Oh, Lincolnshire, Cambridgeshire way." He went, "Oh, I'm Maidstone." I said, "Oh." So I've got people down there. What shop? Where's your store? He's like, "Oh, we used to own Prohibition Vapes. We closed all the shops." I was like, "I've been in your shops."
Yeah, you came down to Tunbridge Wells, didn't you, that time?
Yeah. Came down and saw you, and we went into there, and I was in Prohibition Vapes before that.
But they're moving on from vaping now as well. I mean, they're making energy drinks and things like that now, and they got
who?
They're doing all sorts of mixing up stuff that isn't to reduces.
It's such a difficult industry to thrive in now. I think it's a totally different industry from the one we knew. I think.
But I think a lot of people had to diversify when COVID hit, because obviously the vape shops weren't open. People were just buying stuff online.
Well, Billy at Pro Vapes did. He went on and started making hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Straight away he was on that and ordering stuff and making it where no one else could get. You couldn't even get a bottle of stuff.
No, that was big. Well, because if you were liquid, right, I and ahed it, but the margin was for me locally was taking the piss, because I know how much alcohol costs. And the other ingredient was PG or VG, so I knew how much it was worth.
Yeah, I made my own straight away.
Yeah, exactly, because we all had gallons of. I had gallons and bottles to make it, and I was just for me, at the time that they were selling it around here, it wasn't morally right. So I was like, I'm not selling it. Like it's nuts. And I, like, do you remember when the masks that are worth like 10p?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the pandemic, people were like $5. They're like, really?
Yeah, I got offered some. Three of my Chinese suppliers, they said we're going to put some masks in. And I just reached out to someone who I know was begging for some masks, who works at a home, after people. They couldn't get any, and I just got them.
I did as well, Rick. There was
thousands, and I sent them all to this company to have, for nothing.
Yeah, I had a few review samples in over COVID, like 3 or 4, and they put like 300 masks in with it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, with Tofo and Innikin did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they felt guilty. I mean, they're nice people, the Chinese.
They felt guilty, wasn't they?
Because it originated there,
Yeah, they made it. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Come on there, Rich.
The do vodkas and whiskies, they started churning out hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Just sending it to people's addresses.
And they were knocking it out of cost, weren't they?
He wasn't even knocking it out of cost. He wasn't selling it. He was literally, tell us an address of someone who needs a hand sanitizer, and they'll get it through the door tomorrow.
Yeah.
And local businesses were paying the post and packaging. And now they have gone from strength to strength with their vodkas and whiskies and all the rest of it, because everyone in the local community has just remembered what they did.
It was a nice community thing, the first wave of COVID and stuff.
Around here it wasn't. Dickheads clapping outside.
Like I said, those masks, and other people were doing what they could to try and help somebody out, if you could, and it was quite a community thing around here anyway.
Yeah, around here was as well. We had a couple of local companies around here just making masks for.
I will say, let me just do a science. I just need to do a science correction. That COVID wasn't made in China. It was made between a pangolin and a bat. I don't care what happened after that, but there is a pangolin and a bat involved. Nobody made it.
That's bullshit, John.
How? Where did they work? See, so they made it and they won't get the DNA of a bat and a pangolin, stick it in it.
Look at the DNA profiles.
I'm not saying it didn't leak out of a lab, but nobody didn't know it isn't.
I'm sure there's a disposable pod in there somewhere.
I like the idea that it's a pangolin and a bat.
Well, no. People eat. But Chinese eat pangolins.
Yeah,
they eat bats. No, but they don't eat bats. Those people go, Chinese person ate a bat. And it's like, that never came up. That's not a thing. No one eats
some
bats.
of them eat bats.
Some of you probably eaten a spider in your life.
Ozzy Osbourne once had a bat.
Everyone's eaten a spider. Everyone. A spider got in your mouth when you were asleep.
I like Ozzy Osbourne's excuse for that. Because the bat flew across the stage and he grabbed it. He said, I bit it because I thought it felt like a wet chamois leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense you bit it then.
No, they said what was it like, and he said it was like a crunchy wrapped in a chamois leather.
But he thought someone had thrown it, didn't he? Out of the audience. He didn't think it was actually just a bat that he snatched out of the air and ate it. Fucking.
You wouldn't catch a bat. There wouldn't be a bat in the stadium anyway, would there?
That was what it was, yeah. It was a bat. Flew straight home.
He caught a bat.
Yeah, he can.
How the fuck can you catch a bat? Who's ever caught a bat that's flying over?
It were dead.
Ozzy fucking Osbourne, that's who, Rick.
Fucking legend. The man's a legend then.
You can catch a bat. They're pretty misguided.
You
Quite
can't
stupid.
catch a bat. You can catch COVID.
I've never seen anyone.
Because it was engineered to be very transmissible.
What? But there's no point to it. Whenever people have said that, you're like, what were they trying to do with it? They were trying to kill everyone. Well, that's fairly fucking pointless.
What about all this monkeypox stuff that's going on? And people having sex with monkeys has made monkeypox.
No,
but I can't wait to
You-
see
we
everyone
wouldn't
stand on the
even.
doorstep clapping for the fucking zookeepers.
Yeah.
we wouldn't even have heard of monkeypox if we weren't pandemic news ready.
We're the winners as well. We're doing really well. The rest of the world, no problem with monkeypox. We've got like 180. Fuck them. Look at that. Whoa. Take the lead early.
The old spots you get on you. I mean, I got a spot on my arm the other day and I thought it was monkeypox.
Well, can't you only get it through like intercourse, like really close?
And touching the scalp.
I've got no
Yeah, but
chance.
it's very
Yeah, but that's me.
very transmittable even. So you've got to be doing more than a bit of touching here and there, haven't you?
No. You got if you touch the monkeypox scab. I mean, why would you do that?
You want to squeeze it, wouldn't you? I mean, some people have got a thing about squeezing spots. If they
Right.
you're a bloke with monkeypox, it might be.
I only do that on me
Some of those.
and my nan, and that's it. That's where I draw the line.
John.
She's been dead ages. Fine, you can do the jokes. Every time I do a joke about fucking my nan, or something, somebody goes, "Fucking hell!" It's like she's dead. It's even worse. No, it isn't, because she's dead. It's not like I'm not gonna bring it up at a christening.
What should we talk about? Anything to do with the fact it's the last show?
Yeah, if you want.
Can I say thank you to Scotty Bogfoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, legend.
Week in, week out for years has done a graphic for the show.
Yep, stuck up a photograph every
Yeah,
single.
and John Malcolm as well, doing the really cool graphics that he does.
Yeah, he did some brilliant graphics.
Well, you've done them in t-shirts and done them. They've been posters. They've been cover shots on the Facebook group. All John Malcolm did like incredible digital artist and really nice guy. Same with Scotty. Just joined in from the start and really kind of got the fun of it.
So
And
did
the
they do all the
people-
cartoony the pictures of you and all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was James Blythe did the Simpsons one. John Malcolm's like if you. Yeah, I think James.
John did the Top Trumps one.
Yeah, he did the when we had the old Ideal Home Show, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts.
Pictures as well.
He did that. T-shirt designs. Brilliant Scandinavian guy did the first ever Ideal Home Show. Really bold graphic that we used to use for vinyls and stuff. But the brilliant thing about all these fucking people is they've just said, "There you go," like. And even when we got like, I've said to John, is there any chance you could do this? So he's taking the piss. He's a digital artist. He's fucking amazing. And I've gone, you wouldn't do that, would you? And he's gone, yeah, and just done it.
Remember Aidan,
no money.
Lane as well. He did the music. He did some music for us.
Yeah.
He did the first like 4 themes we ever used, Aidan, and every time again, just did it. Just said, any chance you can do it, and he just did it.
Yeah.
Just working in a studio, just stuck it together and banged it
The
out.
vinyls and the hours him and Emma spent, picking out bits of vinyl. So we got show stickers.
Yeah, the vinyls
no
are really
charging.
cool.
I've just shown it. Then still got one on my
Hey.
Wismec L.
I've got one on my Hexam.
I think I've still got about 200 not used upstairs.
300?
I keep finding from.
I found some the other day. Actually, a bag someone took to an expo. Or something.
Yeah, that's exactly where mine are from. An expo or a
You
jam.
should have brought them.
Hmm?
Should have brought them to Expo.
I forget everything, Richard. My carer wasn't there either. She was at home.
Save it a couple of years, and they'll be like limited edition.
No one will
They're
care.
pretty limited now. They're upstairs in my drawer.
I've still got quite a few in the cupboard. Don't worry.
And I just want to re-emphasise the fact that the Facebook group doesn't change, because quite a few people said this. Because I don't know if anybody's realised. The reason I haven't gone into massive loads of depth about the charity stuff that's been done in the name of the show and the previous show is because we haven't stopped. That's not it.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect this. This is just us saying that the things over the community exists and has always existed outside of this anyway, and we can still do. You knocked out the park at Christmas, and we'll do that again. It's
we can still do a show once in a while. I mean,
What we wanted to do instead is every couple of weeks or something, just have a Zoom hangout. Just put the link to the Zoom in the group. Just have a beer, have a chat.
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Don't need to broadcast it.
Then my wife can still, because my wife's a bit pissed off the show's finished. She's like, fuck off. Wednesday night's like early night, chuck on Bridget Jones, sit in bed with a fucking dairy milk. Why the fuck have I got to deal with you, dickhead? She actually said to me last week when I said I was last week, next week, she was like, and she kind of said, would it be all right if still on a Wednesday night if I just fucked off at 9 o'clock and went up? No, it wouldn't be. You have to be reasonable and pretend to care about me. That's how that works. I love the fact that's what she was up for. What? When we first started doing the show, she was like, this is a real pain in the arse. Now she's like, fucking dickhead. I got rid of him one night a week.
Yeah, she's telling you she's going to bed with a dairy milk. Oh.
Well, I can see Netflix on my phone. So sadly, I do know what to do.
Can you not record your brand new on-topic podcast on a Thursday night instead?
I quite like having a beer in the evening, but when we do the podcast, I've generally got a coffee and a squash, and it's because you can't have, unlike this, we can't have any dead air. If you have dead air on a screen, as you know from doing your podcast, if you've got dead air on a podcast, there's nothing. There's no visual. But if one of us is going to go, fuck it, what are we doing on this?
We do record it visually. We'll do something with that. But no, because the whole point is sort of not being tied to an exact time and things. Me and John
I was just
recorded one today in the middle of the day.
John wanted to kick him out of the house for a few hours. So
he should just talk to his fucking self on a Wednesday night. John talking to himself podcast.
I was thinking she could just message you and she could go, can you deal with it because I've had enough, and you go, fucking hell.
I'm waiting for the call.
Up luxury hats for the dog.
Picking up for what?
Making luxury hats for the dog.
Everything I make up is something for me and my wife to do. She fucking hates it. Like geocaching, big fan. Her fucking thinks the most boring thing in the world. Oh shit, he's found some other bullshit in the fucking bush. Oh, he's taking a picture of it. Brilliant. Let's just fuck off. I think it's fun. No.
So it's easy for us on the podcast not to talk about dead air because we've got a Jimmy.
Oh, that's fine. That's it. So I'm here for.
We never have to worry about dead air.
Can't you just edit out dead air?
No,
yeah, you can.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds like wank, doesn't it? And you don't want to walk yourself into a dead end. That's why the On Topic podcast is so fantastic, available from all your providers.
Award winning.
Yeah,
Potentially.
yeah. 5-star at the moment. It's a 5-star show everywhere. It's on Audible.
It's in the top 10 in the UK.
I was in the car with Richard.
Podcast charts.
Driving to Expo the weekend, I went, it's 5-star on Audible. And he went, is it? And I went, yeah, because I gave it 5-star. Still counts. It is 5-star.
I gave it 5-star on iTunes as well. So.
You're legends because I can see them turn up.
John, you just told people to go on there and put 1 star on.
Oh, don't do that.
That's exactly what I thought, Rick.
I was just thinking, can you put half a star, Rick?
Yeah.
Don't do a chip on it, you pricks.
No, it's fine.
I'm proud of it.
Oh, I mean, if they're on Audible, I mean, they could be listening to actual.
Nah, because the difference is ours is free.
Yeah. Podcast going well. If you're gonna miss us, check the podcast out. Here's another link to it in chat.
I found it a little strange listening to it because I'm almost expecting me to be talking on it as well.
Yeah. Who was it that said they're struggling because they keep talking back?
My friend Matt did that.
Keith. I think it's Keith.
My mate Matt, he went on. He was at a business meeting. He got back in the car. We've been talking on WhatsApp via voice because it's easier when someone's driving. I don't do that. And he got back in the car, and I started talking because he was listening to the dogs podcast. And then he was driving along thinking, "Fucking hell, John's really gone on about dogs." As John, and I was like, "Fucking podcast, it's not my phone." Like, just driving along thinking I sent him a 20-minute WhatsApp about dogs. Idiot. What was it? I was going to say best ever.
I've got a good one.
Oh, go! I was going to do best ever.
The one that always sticks out still to this day is Craig live from Vape Fest.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Yeah,
with the fucking mobile internet dropping out every 2 minutes.
With Jim, with the thingy, Jim, Alex's dad.
Yeah,
made the mods.
Jim Shorrock.
Yeah. Funniest fucking thing in the world.
Pitch black, terrible signal.
In a tent.
Just laughing his head off.
He's fucking mental, Craig.
And the voice was so far off the audio, like it was mental. And I think we had to ban him from the hangout because he just kept turning up.
Kept joining in.
He kept like, "I've sorted it," based on nothing. I'm in a field in Shrewsbury. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it was fucking annoying. I think you, having been to Pizza Hut and had Scampi, was probably one of my favourite things ever.
Scampi Hut, and that became a T-shirt.
Yeah, how do you remember that? That's such an odd thing to find specifically.
That
funny.
Was it's because we got the giggles, didn't we?
Yeah, just you trying to tell everybody you'd had Scampi at Pizza Hut became the funniest fucking thing ever.
There's lots of memorable things about the YouTube.
Brad ripping his sleeves off, fucking amazing.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, on a live week. That was it. What are you drinking? He said Stella Artois. Riyadh said wife beater, and he went. If you're wearing a wife beater t-shirt, and Brad went, "What's a wife beater?" It's like a t-shirt without sleeves, and then Brad just went, pulled off one sleeve, turns and pulls off the other sleeve. It was like
Riyadh was always good value if you got Riyadh.
Yeah,
not Rick.
Yeah. So many people got wound up by Riyadh in chat. I like was when he do things like eat a pack of Doritos down the mic,
just chewing away.
He was so proud of that afterwards as well.
We had another podcast with a soundboard, and every 3 seconds he was just hitting a soundboard.
Yeah,
funniest thing ever.
Because the only person who needs to find Riyadh funny in a room is Riyadh. And like when we finished the show, he was like, "Oh, I was trying to think what's the crunchiest thing you can eat." Why the fuck would you be thinking that? Why would that? Go, you'll be on the show.
I used to send them the links and stuff to fuck you up when I wasn't even doing the show.
Oh, did you really?
Riyadh, so he could come on there, yeah.
That is pretty good.
I think one of my favourite ones was Mr. Blythe. It's only £1.
What was the only £1 thing? I do remember.
It was the pod system, the original pod system.
Oh, a jewel.
Jewels, yeah. It's just £1, and just you slowly getting more and more wound up. It's only £1. It's only £1. That was just class, Mr. Blythe.
Who was it that brought a fucking soda stream one day, and then everyone just jumped on trying to buy fucking soda streams at the same place? That was quite.
Really? I've never bought a. I had one years ago.
I had one as a kid.
No, my uncle had one.
James
White got one.
Incessantly winding John up about steeping.
Yeah,
it's not steeping, is it?
That's going to carry on though between us, isn't it, Jimmy? So
that's not a thing. It's not a thing. Steeping is a solid in a liquid.
Yeah, James was good value.
Yeah, he was great. Trivatar bar was a winner.
Oh, Trivatar bar.
Yeah, it's still there. I see the odd one, and I'll still.
Rick and Morty backers.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed James boy.
If I could be as enthusiastic about one thing in the world as James is about everything, I think I would be a better person because he's just so enthusiastic about everything.
When we got Brad and James on, it was the ultimate yin and yang.
Yeah,
you could do 25 minutes without Brad saying anything.
Yeah,
And like James is really on it, and then Brad would just go mental.
Sometimes you just notice that Brad is just watching the show. Like we would be doing it, and he'd look at the screen, and Brad was just settled in. He was like, yeah, these lads have really got the hang of this. I'm really into this. You're on it, you fucking idiot. I remember there was a couple of times when we were doing the wind-up for the pre-show, Brad got this piece which was like put stuff in the shredder. Do you remember? He printed the thing out and then put it in the shredder, and it was like, what have you got to put? Because we had that in the run sheet. Brad, what are you putting in the shredder? Oh, fuck, I didn't do that. And like, that's literally the only thing you've got to do. He's like, I'm probably going to just sit here and watch the show in the little corner up there. Like, right in there. It fucking is. You're on it.
Exactly. You got stuff like that. You got like the, and obviously you got
what's in Craig's drawers.
Craig's drawers, yeah.
What's in Craig's
drawers? Oh, I love that.
Craig's curtains. They were always a good thing to see on the show.
My wife made his new curtains, so he didn't have those curtains anymore because he wanted to refit his apartment. I'd never shared a hotel room with anybody except my girlfriend in the past or wife now, until I started doing the show. And then me and Craig shared a lot of hotel rooms. And one of the funniest ones, the first ever time, he said, "Oh, do you just want to just go splits?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. It's 2 single pairs. Yeah, it's fine." And he said, and I said, really weird thing to say before we were go to sleep. And he went, "Yeah, don't check if I'm dead." And he went, "What?" And I went, "Just don't check if I'm dead. Like, it's a thing people do. They check if I'm dead, but don't check if I'm dead. Because I'm not dead. I just breathe very, very quietly." So I used to share a room with my brother, and we're always bollocking each other for breathing too loudly. So I don't, like, they can't hear it. I woke up at about 3 a.m. I just felt like something weird and opened my eyes, and Craig's there. "Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Just checking you're alive. You a dickhead."
Yeah, he gets up at like 6 a.m. as well.
Mental. I got up once. He'd got up already, made his bed, but I'd fallen asleep pissed before he got back. Thought he was dead. I thought he'd fallen in the Thames, and I hadn't realised, and I was that bastard. You know when the police go, "Why didn't you ring us?" Somebody brought me something. I don't know. Is he dead?
Oh, heat flux has been mentioned.
Yes,
Yeah.
someone said when's heat flux.
It wound him up that time, didn't it?
That proper triggered him, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because he tried to learn it.
Yeah.
What annoyed him?
And we were giggling, weren't we?
Well, I got a fishing rod out. I can't remember. I think Rick got a book out.
I had a guitar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was filing my nails and stuff.
Well, yeah, no, I got the guitar, and I think that might have been something you were talking about there, John.
Oh, that was boring. Yeah, that was when I tried to explain micro malts.
The news has always been boring.
Yeah, I can't agree. The
People, I can see it on the analytics. People join after the news.
We've stopped doing the news.
There's nothing to do. There's 25 minutes of the show. You got to do something. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, we haven't really wanted to talk about vaping for about 6 months.
I used to really like your menu, Richard, going on about your fusion of foods.
Yeah.
And
Hey up, James.
If you say his name 3 times, he'll appear.
Yeah, that, and we sent in the link.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think until the Ideal Ohm Shows actually started, I don't think anybody has ever spoke so much about what they've had for dinner. Ever.
That's all right. James, how the fuck are you? He's got to speak. We don't even know if his mic works.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good.
yes!
There he is.
Hello, everybody.
We were just talking about Rick and Morty backers.
Oh, I'm
gone up market.
I'm on the Brewdog. No, not really. They were cheap. They were cheap. I got them on special in Sainsbury's.
You're looking very svelte, and I'm loving the new bins. They're fucking amazing new glasses.
Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely pulling them off a tree, and a new hairstyle. I see. It's kind of a.
Yes, it is a. It's a French something or other.
French
trim.
It's very mod-like. I liked it.
It is that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So we're good. What have I missed? Do you want to quickly update us on what I've missed?
We're just reminiscing.
No.
Reminiscing.
I mean, the last 100 shows, I missed all of them. That's what I mean.
It's basically the same stuff. Don't worry about that.
No, you've not missed anything.
You've missed up it too. That's fine.
I was just saying how good Tribe Vatava was when you came on the show and came up with Tribe Vatava.
It was a phenomenon.
It's probably the best feature we've ever had on the show.
Definitely,
Really is.
yeah.
We
And
were-
and still get some.
I remember when we were trying to think of new features, and James came up with that. And I think it was one of the only ones where nobody messed with it. Like nobody. It was like James said it, and we're all like, "Yep, that's
It's brilliant.
great."
It engaged everybody. And I still look at things and say it looks like a mod, and I'll put a picture on the group and try Vatava, hashtag it.
Even my wife knows what that means. Sometimes we're walking down the road, just get my phone out, and she's like, "Why are you trying Vatava?" Just walks off, taking a picture of a fucking sign, dickhead.
Yeah, it's yeah, we still get some now, and I've even seen it in other hobbyist groups and non-vaping related
What
groups,
things that look like?
whatever that hobby is.
Oh,
You know, things that remind you of golf that aren't actually golf, and things like that.
fucking hell.
So it's really permeated into British society.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that. We definitely did. Do you know how it started? I'll tell you how it started. I remember clear as day. Let us take you on a trip down memory lane.
Yes.
So it's a few years ago now. It's what, 4, 3, 4, 4? It's a
About
few
4
years.
years, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my little lad had a train set, a wooden train set, because we were poor, didn't have none of that electric stuff. He had a wooden train set, because it's not dangerous for small children. And there was what would you call it? A silo, like to fill the thing.
Yeah, I'll do silo.
Yeah. And that looked exactly like an 18650 battery. and I saw it on the floor in amongst all the wooden tracks and stuff. I thought, holy shit, I've left a battery in the middle of the thing. My child's going to explode. And I was like, it's not. It's this silo. It's this red and black silo thing. And I was like, that didn't offer remind me of vaping. So that was the thing there. I didn't offer. Let us tell you, that thing there didn't offer remind me of vaping. And that was how it started. That was the very.
I kind of love. I've got pictured it now that your wife gets home from work and she goes, "How's your day been?" And you go, "Whoa, wait, I have hit a eureka moment." And then I go like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
I remember James is one of the only people when we kind of when we were looking for a new presenter, we can do it and we ran through lots of people who didn't really work. And we kind of tried this, we tried that, and we're like, no, it doesn't really work. And James was one of the only people. When I said to James, no, we've decided we really want you. James was like, no, you don't. No, we do. Nah, no. Like, any one of those other people who said do it would have gone, fuck off. Would have gone definitely. But James went, no. I'm going to convince you why you don't want me. I was like, no, it's not.
It was more the fact that you argued vociferously for the Tribatar bars that got, I think, that gripped us all, because John would just be sat there going, no, it's shit.
But it was like a great thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we used to get really animated about whether it was a Tribatar bar.
But that's always
And
been...
also a repeat. If it had already been done before.
Quite a few the duplicates came through, weren't there?
Yeah, like aftershave bottles and stuff.
But I think James and I have been taking the piss out of each other for about 6 years, like so previous to the show, and had already knew there was a like a throw between us, so it was fine. So there were bits where it looked very, very much like I was like, no way, there is no fucking way that's a thing. And James is going, he put the effort in, he posted the picture up,
going in
he
the show.
sent it in, it's going in the thing.
He saw it, it looked like something to do with vaping, so he sent it in.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Remind him of vaping.
And then we all used to shout, next.
I remember there was like a marathon one where you had like 40, and it
Quick
was like,
fire for good.
how many?
Yeah, and I sent about 10 of them in.
And Mod Showcase.
Mod
Yes.
Showcase.
Yes, the mod showcase
Yeah.
with the dulcet whistling tones.
And that was another thing. Rick came up with that. Like that wasn't a thing. Like when we were doing that on the show, there was no talk of there being a theme tune. And then Rick went, "I've done this thing, right? It don't matter. I'll play it when we do it." And I did it. Press play on that audio track. And I
think
remember
that was
thinking,
like-
that is genius. Like it's so wanky.
I think that was kind of like quite important though,
Oh, absolutely.
like for the industry a bit.
In our community, we were all into
Yeah,
custom mods, weren't we? So it was the only bit of very important modding was to our community of hobbyists.
It was probably the only place people saw stuff like that as well. Lots of people got into the whole modding and
Certainly
and
opened me up to it. It opened me up to the different manufacturers, UK manufacturers, to start my collection.
People like Aidan. I think one of the first things, obviously Rick's page. The people first kind of found out about Aidan, and there was Aidan's, and is it Rockstar Mods?
No.
Rock Mods.
Rock Mods.
Ryan
Dawes. They were two people who just came out of nowhere, but Rick kind of made them because they were on the show, and people were like, "I want one of them."
I facilitated them with suppliers, But
yeah.
Who was the Scottish guy as well?
who?
A Scottish guy lives up in Brighton. Glenn Fine, wasn't it?
Fine Mods.
Fine Mods. Yeah, I'm right. Glenn Fine's the place.
Because we continually backed him. We just saw his stuff getting better and better, and we're like, people are going to be taking.
He had a vape shop before that, didn't he? A vape shop.
Yeah.
You talking about Matt?
I can't remember what it's called now.
Is that Matt? It could be.
Yeah. Matt.
Yeah.
And obviously Bonner as well, when Bonner first came out doing mods.
I liked waiting to hear how old the modders were. 5 3/4.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Yeah.
The more good ideas that are coming out, the more I realise I've just been here for 6 years. I've been present.
But we used to get
all these great features that we dropped, even though they were good.
I didn't fucking drop them. You know me, I'd run anything to the ground. I'm like, do it again.
I think it's better that you didn't run them to the ground. I think it's better that you stopped them when they were still...
Yeah, but we probably should have replaced them with other features.
We tried a few.
Rather than just an hour and a quarter of John and Ori.
Well, John's always brought a John and Ori story to it.
When we were... the man who thought of John and Ori story, I think James thought of John and Ori story, didn't he? Because it sounds like you're...
another John and Ori.
Yeah, that does sound like your lingo, James.
The one that I reminded of most of all is when you had to deal with the dead lady when you used to work in the houses, and the ambulance crew and all the rest of it turned up. That was
they asked you about resuscitating or something.
They tried to get me to do it on the phone, and they tried to get me to position it. Yeah, and then the paramedic turned up with an ECG and just walked in, looked down, and went, "She's dead," and then left. Yeah, didn't he? And I was like, justification. I knew she was fucking dead. That's why I didn't mess with her.
You're off the hook. I was lucky there.
Weirdly, that actually came up the other day. I was talking to somebody else who'd done that, who'd refused a resus, and this guy had been dead for about a day and a half, and his tongue was stuck out. Sorry, and she rang 999, and they were like, "Right, so have you ever done CPR?" And she was like, "No, he's dead." And then I said this. I went, no, there's dead and there's proper dead. He was proper dead. You don't have to deal with proper dead. You can just go, no, he's proper dead. Bye. Hang up, send the police. Don't bother with ambulance.
Do you know this song, Staying Alive? Rigor mortis is set in love.
There's maggots coming out. It's definitely not going to work.
His cat's got his ankle.
My favourite thing was that woman's last words on earth were about who used to be the leader of was it the BNP? Oh, the one before the BNP. Nick Griffin. She'd seen Nick Griffin on Newsnight, and her son had rang her because she'd never seen Nick Griffin before, and he said, "What do you think of him?" And she said, "I don't like him one bit." And then hung up, had a massive heart attack, and dropped dead. Well, if you're going to fuck with somebody, Nick Griffin's pretty good. Like, if you just went, what was the last word? Nigel Farage is a massive cunt.
National Front. National Front, that was before BNP, wasn't it?
No, it was one of the ones where it is all that, but they all pretend they're not, don't they? That's
UKIP?
That could have been I think it was UKIP. I think Nick Griffin was UKIP. I think you might be right. Yeah, it's all those people who are really National Front Nazis, wankers, but they pretend they're not.
He invented COVID.
Who, Nick Griffin? Not surprised.
Allegedly.
He got a pangolin and a bat and was just like, sorry.
a bat into Pangling's backside and created COVID-19.
Pickled Rick was another good episode.
Pickled Rick.
Pickled Rick, yeah. I was thinking about people getting drunk on the show.
Peter sent me a load of his beer. That was what happened. He said, homebrew it. I was supposed to send it on to all of you, apparently, but I drank it all.
I think actually Pickled Rick was, I think James was there actually, because I think Richard was away. Rick was Rick was hosting the show, and you'd been to what's the pub near you?
The allotment.
No. Was it?
Yeah, Fuggles.
Yeah, Fuggles. I came back with a growler, didn't I?
You came up with a growler, and you were
what?
You were steaming.
It's a gallon bottle called a growler.
I was there because I remember putting on Facebook. Do not miss tonight.
Oh, that was it.
Because Rick was sending us messages on.
It was about 10 to 9 though, and
growler.
And Rick's saying he just can't. The red button wasn't on the screen, and it was really funny. He was going, nah, wait, no, what was there? Is that it? Then hold on, wait. And it wasn't the old way we used to do it on Hangouts. When somebody hit it right, it just said live in the bottom, and he was like, got it. And then there'd be a silence. Then he'd go, no, fuck it. I don't know. What the fuck is that?
I only started doing it after Hangouts collapsed.
Oh, okay.
Because they just turned it off, didn't they, Goose?
I think I remember sitting in front of the computer when I was spinning.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I was actually too far gone already, and I just carried on.
I remember us trying to do Pickled Rick 2 on the podcast, and then finding out the channel hadn't hit fucking
I remember
record.
doing that. I was hammered then as well. That's another.
You came back with a growler again that night, and you fucking went for it, and then got some cans out.
I've been around someone's house after the pub.
A growler, by the way, Mark, is a takeaway.
I know, but it's not a growler to me. It's something totally different.
Yeah, it's down here as well. It does mean that.
I had to buy a growler because it's called.
When we had the ideal vape meet,
I drank beer from the growler.
There we did. There was a bar there owned by two lesbians, and it was called the Nip and Growler.
Yeah.
And the second he walked in, I'd already clocked it. Somebody said, "Who do you reckon owns it?" And I was like, "I reckon they fucking do," because that is a brilliant name. Because if you're two lesbians and you're thinking of what to call your craft ale place,
Growler, perfect.
Nip and Growler, you're laughing. That's the funniest shit there is.
Was that Ideal Vape, was it?
Yeah, that was in King's Lynn. Yeah, they've got the Nip and Growler.
That was quite a funny pod. Well, that was a vaguely vaping related podcast, wasn't it?
That you got shit
on
faced.
Yeah, it went on for about 4 hours, wasn't it?
But it didn't record.
3.5 hours of no recording.
One of them did though, didn't it? And I gave up doing it after that because you said, I can't be fucked.
That was Chandler. Don't fucking start with me. That was him.
Where is Chandler?
That was the old days before it got organised. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Tape deck wasn't plugged in.
Here's a behind the scenes. I was in an interview a little while ago for a consultancy thing, and they said, it says you work in social media, and I said, oh yeah, I do sometimes. And they said, okay. And then the recruiting officer said, I was in for the second interview for this bit, and she said, I googled you, and I was like, okay. And she said, have you done some podcasts before? And I said, yeah, a few. And she said, right. I don't think I've ever heard anybody use the F word as many times as you did on that podcast, because I remember exactly which one it was. It was the Vaguely Vapor Related podcast, and I think I said fuck like about 90 times in 20 minutes. Like, it was insane. But I am suited and booted, and I went, it's what the audience want. And she went, right. And I said, because you're just playing to the audience, aren't you? And they don't care. They're mainly 30 to 45-year-old men. Doesn't matter how many times you say fuck. It's fine. And I just said it a bit. And I said, I will say that Chandler or Jimmy, I can't remember which one of them had said to me, it was really popular in Eastern Europe. Like Russians have gone, this is fucking dude saying fuck. And so many times. You want to learn how to say fuck, get on this.
It was Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was Chandler. He looked at the statistics and went, why are so many people downloading it from Russia?
Yeah, just love the word fuck.
I think that was the most downloaded episode until we got like Mr. Todd on or something like that.
I want to know what James is vaping.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you always used to vape the same setups, but they were kind of falling
How
apart.
smooth did he unmute that mic?
Mods. Is it, James?
It
What are
is-
you vaping?
It is. It's the Hellfire setup. It's basically the only thing that works. It's the all the other stuff is faulty. All of the stuff that was made in Italy, that's all broke.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. The stuff that was made in China, that's all broke. The
That
stuff
white one
made-
was hanging on for dear life on the show.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm down. I do have a graveyard. I have a graveyard of expensive, ridiculously expensive, broken mods
did
that are.
you just put it in the fucking YouTube so people are actually just going to walk straight in now? Hello, Mick. Lovely to see you. Now it's just people watching the show
The
coming
blaze,
on.
look at that! Check that out. The blaze. How do you do it with two earphones? I cannot get used to that.
I have to because then I can hear how loud I am down the mic. So otherwise I can hear outside.
That's awful.
Special thanks to Mick for always jumping on the after show
Yeah,
Zoom,
Mick's an after show gang member whenever we do the
because
show.
I get to go then, and John can just talk to Mick.
Very patient, Mick. He just listens, John, as he goes on and on.
Mick talks as well. We have a
Doesn't
chat.
everybody just listen to John?
Yeah,
What
that's
do you mean
all.
to
We,
me?
Huh?
I'm now on an audio only thing, so it's fine. I'm supposed to talk. Fuck.
You're supposed to talk, yeah. But actually, I do actually want to say, as a long-term watcher of the show, I do want to thank all of the hosts, obviously current and past, for everything you've done for us over the years and brought us into the community. Because certainly I wouldn't be where I am now in the community without this show. Because this was kind of like
No,
I
you
went from
fucking wouldn't.
I went from the vaping biker to this show, and then found this show, and then obviously found people in the community, and unfortunately found the bearded green one there, and gone on from there. But yeah, certainly my life's changed for the better just from being part of this community.
That's here.
So I just want to say thank you to all of you for that.
Yeah,
You're
no,
I feel quite bad because
Now in the
a lot of the memories you're talking about, I missed out on because I was on the rival show.
vaping biker.
yeah, alternative broadcast.
Let's say it how it is, Mark. You with that well in the cunt.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was on the rival show for quite some time, but I've seen, you know, most of what these two have done on Richard's channel, like. But I did.
To be fair, that was probably one of the more exciting times, though, because at least there was that sort of competition in a way. Where, like, you know, because they were sort of like, oh, you know, what are they talking about? What are we talking about? You know.
Welcome,
So
Johan,
that was quite
by the way,
quite
just
nice.
popped in.
Hi,
And,
Johan.
Barry,
Evening, Workers. It's a
incredible
sad day, and yeah, really sad. So,
thank you
cheers.
so much for joining us all over the years, Johan.
Yeah, gonna miss
Barry.
you.
Hi, Chandler. Hi, Barry.
Legend. He's been in my house, that man has.
I've got one of his paintings on my wall.
I've
Wow.
got two. Get in the game, motherfucker.
Mine's of my brother.
haven't.
Fuck you.
Talented artist.
Hey.
Legend. That's what John Malcolm did. That's the Beatles. Abbey. That's the Beatles. Sergeant Pepper's.
The only trouble with the merch is sort of quite depressing weight gain. Trying to wear stuff you bought 3 years
yourself,
ago.
Richard.
Yeah, speak.
I am very much.
Mark Temple Horse is here, all the way from down the road from me.
Hello, fella.
He's connected. He's connected to the audio. Hello, Mark.
Yeah.
How
Hi,
was into their
Mark.
last? Fuck knows.
Horsey.
Shut up. We've renewed the squirrel. It died last week. It's very sad.
Oh yeah, I've got a new.
It's now
Dongle.
Yeah.
Normally, when you ended up with VVRP, like
Hello, everybody.
people on here.
Hello,
it was
Mark.
fine.
Hi, Mark.
I'm Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
This is the most confusing screen we've ever done, even on Hangouts and everything.
How big can this get?
We'll see.
Very, very, very big. We joked, and it's actually true. We could actually fit everyone that watches it live in,
We could fit like 40. That
which is one of the many reasons to not broadcast it anymore.
We do that with a podcast as well.
That's amazingly funny. Bob Clark's joining.
Hey!
You can be ageist to him live, Richard. I think his camera's come on. That's a real shame.
You don't have to. You
it's
don't, if you want to come.
He's here!
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
In all this year, I always want to say something to John, but
Go for
I've
it.
never had the chance.
Go on
So, here you go. Fuck you.
Right back at you, son. Right back at you.
Love you.
Love you too. I think we've, whenever we've done, I said this when we were setting up when I was doing the teaser for this show tonight. When we first set this show up, and every iteration we've done of it, we never knew anyone. You never know what's going to happen until we go live, and we just didn't. And every single time, everybody came with us, and kind of, it's always been nuts that people has watched the show. And I mean, back in the day, it was thousands and thousands, and when James was on and Rick was on as well. I know it's gone down over the years because less and less people watch these type of shows, but it's always felt like a community with the Ohmies, and that will carry on just in the Facebook group, and we'll do this, but it won't be live on anything.
But we can.
Yeah.
Well, we could do the occasional once or twice a year live show.
We can do it on Facebook. It's the easiest way of doing
That's
it.
why we can't carry on doing what we're doing tonight. For once.
Yeah. But I think more importantly, it's just that we do occasional Zooms, just have a drink, catch up.
Welcome to the show, Andy.
It's the same. It's the
You
same
know-
as all the shows. It's the social aspect that is.
Yeah, that's what we do. I've got a close group of friends, and we sometimes will open it up to the group and have a weekly hangout.
Yeah.
Jibby's on. Now that takes something. That man, Jibby. I remember I met you first time
Jibby.
at Jam Ledge.
We don't know if you can hear us yet.
Oh,
Can you
I think
hear before you can
You
speak?
can hear before you can speak.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I'm pretty sure you can, can't you? Welcome to the show, Jibby.
You've had car crash episodes. You've had pissed episodes. You've had hilarious episodes. You've had quite sorrowful episodes.
But I don't think I've ever done a live. I know I haven't. I've never done a live pissed.
No.
James has never done a live pissed. Richard's never done a live pissed.
No,
Rick's
Rick has, though.
Rick's done 3.
Yeah.
And the podcast.
The old ones, I got pissed at every show.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. The first 50.
But that's
I never got pissed off.
Dean was like, "Oh, this isn't really. Maybe we should."
That was really funny when Dean told us to stop drinking, and we were all like, "Yeah, definitely." And then just did it even more.
I used to get hammered on a Thursday night then. you know.
Did he tell you to stop drinking? Like you can't drink on the show?
It was quite. There was a few.
No,
It was really funny.
He wanted it to be more professional than.
Yeah.
It was like he was trying to herd cats, basically.
He said, "Well, my favourite joke from Dean, which is totally true, and he was right, but it's just the way we're arseholes." He said to me after the show once, he went, "John, if you say the word cunt on YouTube, it just gets knocked back. So don't say the word cunt." So I said, "Okay." So on live, and he went, "Yeah, don't say the word cunt." And I went, "Okay." And he said, "It's just because as soon as you say cunt or anything or fuck isn't that bad, but cunt's terrible." So I went, "Okay." And so I stuck at the top of my laptop, there was one post-it note that just said cunt. And I made sure every time I spotted it, I dropped a C-bomb right into the show. And every time I did it, there was once when I went, yeah, and I thought he was really, I'd be talking about sort of EastEnders or something. I went, yeah, I didn't watch it. I just think they're all a bunch of cunts. And Dean's face just went, "You're a fucking prick." I just used to slam it into the wall because I hate that as an adult when somebody goes, "Do you mind your language?" You will fuck off.
Dean is a professional. He wanted it to be a professional.
Absolutely, it was a reflection on me, not him.
Yeah. No, it was different goals, wasn't it? Different goals.
Yeah,
It was, but I don't think the show would have lasted as it has with the people it has.
Yeah, it'd have been bigger for shorter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'd have been very,
flashback.
very, very good, but it'd have reached a point. Whereas this was way more community based, and so it had a certain contingent that stuck with it through thin and thinner.
Well, it's also like you said earlier as well, picking the right people to take over roles. You know what I mean, and getting the right people on the show at the right time. Because if you get it wrong, you're screwed.
Yeah. We
Is that my cue?
didn't even try and replace James and Brett.
No.
Where is Brad?
I think he's probably
He
just
works
fallen
nights.
asleep.
He works nights.
Oh, does he? Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. We did speak. I know we speak to him. He really had a. He was really gutted that he couldn't get to Expo this last weekend, and he missed everybody so dramatically. He did say on Monday he was feeling really, really down because he just not managed to get anywhere, which I thought was very, very sweet. Ali, Auntie Ali in chat, well, thank you so much over the years, Ali, for being such a constant watcher. It's just said
Oh, everyone. Ian as well.
how close I've been
Dean
to being
Feeney.
drunk on the show. I've normally had 3 or 4
Hang on,
afterwards.
I can do that one as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Ian.
Schwartzy.
I ca-
Mr. Schwartz. So you're wearing my t-shirt and vaping on my mod, Jimmy. 2 of my mods.
Does it not make you want to carry on, lads, all this emotion?
I don't know. Well, yeah, Chandler, I haven't even said hello and let you speak.
That's all right. I just kind of snuck in. I've been working, so just slotted in quietly. I just slide in at the back. It's fine.
We're going all the way to Ireland now. Derry is joining from Ireland. This is basically it's turned into the Eurovision Song
Greenhouse.
What else? I'm not.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
If you can hear
Hi,
us.
Andy.
It's the loud. Who? Oh, it's Chandler with the vaping. I was wondering who the fuck's atomizer is that?
Oh, sorry. Is
Gary-
that coming? That's
Gary
because I've got
Dibley.
right next to my headphones.
It's
Sorry.
so loud.
Oh shit! I'll take my headphones out.
You'd have thought he was used to an audio fucking medium by now, wouldn't you? Really?
Would have thought so.
I've
Ever the-
literally
ever the
picked up my
professional.
phone. I'm not connected. My daughter's on the PC, so it's like a phone. It is.
Can I? Should we just do like an over emotional?
Paul Hughes, pick a different microphone.
Should we do an over emotional wind up and take it off the show?
Yeah.
Off the thing. Just want to reiterate that the Facebook page stays exactly as it is. Nothing's going to change in that regard. We're still going to do the fundraising that you've done before. You've made thousands and thousands of people really happy with helping us with stuff. I was thinking of James with the MS Society stuff. Not Mind. Sorry, that we did with Mind. I was thinking of the local hospice we did with Rick. Brad's. Food bank. You've hit my food bank. You've hit holidays people, and all that stuff's going to carry on. And although this show is finished, you got us through. You got us through the pandemic as much as we got you through the pandemic. When we were talking, you got an extra 2 years of a show. Or a year and a half, probably, because of the pandemic. And so there you go. COVID gave you something. It gave you the new Ohm Show for a bit longer than it did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being so absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I can see Leslie next to Barry. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
That's how close we are. I know it's Mrs. is called, for fuck's sake.
Amazing deals now on at Curry's.
And there's amazing deals now on at Curry's.
We're not even allowed to say that.
There is.
Kelly down, right?
Undue provenance.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there's not amazing deals at Curry's.
It's shit curries. It's shit curries, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
That is the 100th new Ohm Show. Thank you so much for joining us for the previous 100 and the previous 200 Ideal Ohm Show. You've been fantastic. We've been bang average and trying. Thank you.
John, you say about average. I'm going to say about the charity, my favourite charity thing that you did, and it was when Ian Schwartz's sister wanted to do a marathon.
Yes.
Yeah.
She did the walk
Yeah.
up the.
You did the thing. We had extra money, and you donated it to a complete stranger and didn't even say who it was from.
Because I was talking to someone about this the other day, and I really feel that this.
He still doesn't know to this day whoever it was.
No.
Who put her in the marathon.
you disqualify. I always thought this, just morally, you disqualify whatever good deeds you do by telling other people what they are. That is the biggest disqualification you can do in life. Is just do it, because that's what everything is about. Is doing stuff that's for other people, and the reward is the deed. Don't look for something. You're not getting shit. That is the reward. I gave 600 quid or whatever it was. She was never going to finish it. She'd got 2 days to raise 600 quid. She wasn't going to do it. But you gave it to her, and it was only after talking to Ian and Ian's sister and saying, Carrie, and saying, did you need any more than that? Does it make any more difference if you hit your target, you go over it? And she said no, and so we did that. And I thought that was the best thing we could have done. But we did the same thing when we were at the bar at the Ideal Vape Meet. We knew we had £2,000 to give away. That you'd all given us for the raffle at the Ideal Vape Meet, and we gave £500 to the Mind in the name of a footballer who played for their club and committed suicide. But the only reason we can do those things is because you did it. We didn't do shit. You did it. We're just the instrument of you. That's all it was. There you go.
That was just it sums up selflessness, and that was what I liked it very much.
And on that note. Thank you.
On that bombshell, thank you very much for watching.
Everybody wave at the same time, and then they'll all know you've all been here. Like that. Derry's waving. Bye, Derry. Derry's live. Wave, Derry.
Bye.
Bye.